Hey guys, it's Chris Brower with Brower Real Estate Group, part of KW Success. We all know that we're in a serious drought year here in Utah, and we're trying to do everything we can to conserve water. So today I want to go over some action items as well as some tips that we can do on the exterior of our homes, on the outside, that can help us conserve water. Be sure to click that subscribe button because next week we're going to be sharing tips that we can do inside of the home to save water. So go ahead and hit that button for me, and hopefully you find these tips helpful. Action item number one that I want to talk about today is just flat out watering your lawn less. They've been doing a good job, the state has, about getting word out that here in northern Utah we should only be watering 2 times a week, southern Utah 3 times a week. We really don't need that much water. I don't know if you guys know, but it actually takes approximately 3,000 gallons of water to water a 1/4 acre yard, and that's each time you water. So if you're doing 2 times a week, that's 6,000 gallons of water. With all the homes we have going in, you know that that's going to add up quickly. So if we can make sure that we're getting that down, really only do 2 days a week. And I really like on Slow the Flow, they've got the new slogan that yellow is the new green. Action item number 2, don't water if it's windy. I know that can be hard because it's really hard to just like monitor all the time the weather and know like, well, is it going to be windy tonight while I'm watering or not? My number one tip for this, go and get a smart sprinkler system. I did it last year. The state's got a lot of great rebates going right now that if you get a smart watering system, that they'll give you a rebate back. I think it's like 50 or 75 bucks right now that you get back. I did it last year and I love it. I was able to jump on my phone on the app, say, hey, I only want to water these 2 days a week. And then I turn the smart watering on. So if one of those 2 days it's going to be windy, the system links up to the weather app, and so it knows if it's going to be windy that night, it just bumps my watering to the next day. So hopefully it's not windy and the water's blowing all over the place, not hitting the lawn in the spots that I want it to. Action item number 3, make sure you're watering at the right time. It drives me crazy when I'm driving around showing houses, doing whatnot, and I see people watering in the middle of the day. Don't do that. You don't need to. It can wait. Do it in the evening, okay? Right now, Slow the Flow is saying that the best time to water, the times that you should not be watering is 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. I think we can do even better and not water from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. There's really no reason, in my opinion, to be watering during the middle of the day or even when the sun's up. Action item number 4 that I'm actually really happy that the state came out and talked about. Your lawn can really survive a lot. It can go through a lot as far as not getting enough water. It'll go dormant. It'll just go yellow. And then it'll come back when we have more water. That being said, I love that they said that it's okay to prioritize our watering to make sure that we're getting our trees and shrubs first. Put those ahead of your lawn. Those cost a lot more money to replace. Those aren't as drought tolerant. So make sure you're doing that. We got a drip line installed this year to make sure that we're hitting just those trees and shrubs and we're not watering the whole area around them. Saves a ton on water. Our watering time's gone down, and it really just focuses on targeting those trees and shrubs. The last action item I want to talk about, the 5th one, is raising your lawnmower. I know that a fresh cut lawn looks great. I love it. I'm on my front yard twice to make sure I get those nice crisp lines and a good cut. But we want to make sure that we're raising our mower. Lower looks better, in my opinion, makes you look more like a golf course. But in these drought years, we really need to raise that. Slowtheflow.org recommends we set our blades at 3 to 4 inches tall. And that's because the taller grass actually makes your roots go deeper, and then they'll go down, they'll search for that water. Also, keep in mind that it is a good idea to mulch. If you're mulching, it helps the soil stay moist, versus if we're bagging and taking all that away, it leaves the surface soil more exposed. The water evaporates a lot easier, versus if we're mulching, we're getting those we're getting those grass clippings, leaving them down. It kind of creates, a net or a covering over that soil, helps slow evaporation. Those are all the action items I really wanted to cover today that I think all of us could go out and do right now and make sure that we're focused on those things. A couple other tips that we get from slowtheflow.org that I really appreciate. I'm just going to share a couple here so you can always jump on and look at more. Few things to keep in mind though. If you're going to be washing your car or even washing any of your pets, your dogs, anything like that, do it on the lawn. We used to wash our dog inside the house in the bathtub, seemed to be easier. We've moved it to outside now. Even though it's hot outside, That way our lawn's getting extra water. And then when you're doing those things, rather than just leaving the hose running the whole time you're doing it, go buy a hose, sprayer to put on the end. Super cheap at Costco, Walmart. And then that way when you're not actively washing, your dog, your car, whatnot, the water's off. You're saving that water. Please don't be cleaning your driveway right now with a spray hose. We're wasting a ton of water doing that. You can sweep it. You can use a leaf blower for now. It's not going to be perfect, but hey, it's going to be good enough. It's more important that we have water than that you have a clean driveway. Last thing I wanted to talk about here, if you jump on slowtheflow.org, there actually is a section here that you can request to have somebody from your water district come out, check all your sprinklers for you, give you a customized plan based on your soil type as to how long you should be watering. So we all know we should be watering 2 days a week, but how long each of those days that we're watering should we be doing each system? Like I said, you can request to have an expert come out. It's completely free. I jumped on, I scheduled my test. They're not coming out yet. I know they have limited availability, so if you want to do that, make sure you get on and do it soon before they're booked up for the summer. But I think that's a great way that we can do our part in trying to make sure that we're conserving as much water as we can. If you have any tips that I missed, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. And again, hit that subscribe button because we're going to be going over indoor tips for the inside of your house next week. Thanks.